Remember, after all, you're a mom. You're a mompreneur. You're a busy lady. You got things left and right, all directions. I realized that was backwards. This is right. This is left. You get the picture. Mom brain, right? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business strategist for the Busy Mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses while being present in their kids' lives. I'm excited for today, but if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. New content comes out every Monday at 9. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to have you guys here today. We are doing like a little mini series on getting started in your business. Last week, we talked about the 4 questions that you should ask yourself before getting into business. And today we're going to talk about how you'll know if you'll survive in business. So as I said last week, I've been having a number of strategy calls with moms who are just considering starting in their business. And maybe that's you, or maybe you started a business, but you're just not sure if that's the direction that you want to go in, right? How do you know if this is something that you want to do long term? How do you know if this is what's right for you? How do you know if you'll survive in business? For me, I've got 3 ways that you can really kind of determine if this is going to be the right path for you. Remember, after all, you're a mom. You're a mompreneur. You're a busy lady. You got things left and right, all directions. I realized that was backwards. This is right. This is left. You get the picture. Mom brain, right? See, that's what I mean. Are you going to be able to do this when your brain's not even functioning at all warp speeds and capacities, right? You can do it. But here are 3 things that I really think that you should ask yourself to see if you are going to survive, if you will, in business. Now, if you've got determination, nothing's going to keep you back, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing. There are going to be roadblocks. There's going to be naysayers. There's going to be family who doesn't understand. There's going to be friends who are like, but if you've got determination, you can do anything. I'm just going to put that out there. You are amazing and you can do anything out there. No matter what it is, no matter how hard it is, you are a mom and you are capable of doing insane things. So just putting that out there. But let's talk about the 3 questions that you should ask yourself to see if you're going to survive in business. Number 1, are you willing to sacrifice? Now, this is a loaded question. What do you mean sacrifice? What am I sacrificing? Let's talk about your mental stability. All jokes aside, this is mentally taxing. Running a business is mentally taxing. You're going to have roadblocks. Like I said, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have doubts. You're going to wonder if this is something that you should be doing. Is it worth taking time away from your kids? Because as you're building a business, there is going to be some time away. Yes, I know. I get on here, you guys, if you've watched any length of my videos, you know that I'm on here to teach you how to do a business, run a business, scale a business, make multiple 6 figures while raising your babies. That being said, there are times where you do need to carve out time to work, specifically to work, even if that means your kiddo is sitting right next to you and working. Mine sits with me almost every single business call I take. Whether he's drawing on his tablet or he's drawing on paper or he's reading a book or he's working on his schoolwork, he's usually within an arm's reach away. Okay, he's always here. So I'm not necessarily sacrificing quality time with them. I am still working, but it does mean that my undivided attention is not his. It is relatively torn, right? Is that a sacrifice that you are willing to make? I have checked in with my son repeatedly. Is this something that affects you? And if there are times where he's like, you know what, I don't feel like we've spent a whole lot of time together. Can we do something together? We make plans to make that happen, right? So that I'm not feeling like I'm sacrificing, if you will, all of my life to my business, because I never want him to feel like he is neglected in any way. Not that he's ever been neglected, but I like to check in with my own kiddo. Hey, how are you feeling? Hey, how does this make you feel? Hey, I've got to do all these tasks today. What do you want to do when all the tasks are done? We do a balance, a checks and balances, right? But are you willing to put that time aside, to sacrifice that time to get that business started, to get that business going, to really dedicate time to your business? Are you willing to sometimes sacrifice sleep? I Told you guys 3 weeks ago, I had to stay up really late one night because I had set time aside to work, and then it didn't happen because this happened and this happened and this happened. So I sacrificed some sleep one night during the week so that I could get all of my tasks done and then some, which was great. Everybody was asleep, the house was quiet, I was just on a roll. I got a lot of stuff done. It was actually very therapeutic. But are you willing to sacrifice that little bit of sleep to make your dreams happen? I'm set for the next 4 months. If I don't do anything else for the next 4 months, you guys are still going to see my face. You're still going to get my offers. You're still going to get my emails. You're still going to get my content in my group. You're still going to get my live trainings in my group. But I physically wouldn't have to show up for the next 4 months. Is that going to happen? No. I love what I do and I love helping and I love actively being there. But if I wanted to take the next 4 months off because of what I've done over the last week and a half, I could do that. That's the kind of business I want to help you set up. But it did take some sacrifice, sleep, mental stability, lots of caffeine. Are there sacrifices that you are willing to make for your business? Because you're a mom. It's something that you've got to ask yourself. Number 2, can you be personal? Can you be personal? Can you share your story with your ideal clients? Can you be vulnerable with your audience? Now, you're like, I don't want to share my story. I don't want to talk about that. I know that this is hard, but that, there's just a lot of me that I want to keep private. That's great. But when it comes to connecting with your ideal client, you need to be real. You need to be you. You need to be authentic. You need to be able to be personal. You need to share with your audience. If you guys are new here, little tidbit about me. When I started at Home Entrepreneur, when I started Mommies on a Mission, I was a stay-at-home mom. I had a 5-month-old. I had just moved to a new town with my husband who got a transfer to his job, but his job was even further away than where we moved to. We couldn't afford the town that he was working in. So we moved to a town about an hour and 15 minutes away. So he drove an hour and 15 minutes one way. He drove an hour and 15 minutes the other way. And he was usually at work for 10 to 12 hours. He was gone a lot. He worked 6, sometimes 7 days a week. On the days where he was home, my kiddo barely knew him. I didn't have any family in this town. I didn't have any friends in this town because we had just moved. And I was like, hey, let's start a business. Insane, right? I knew no one. I had transitioned from another business that I was running. These were entirely 2 different businesses. Actually, some of my clients were like, what are you doing? What is happening? What is going on? Right? Just total confusion. But that's where I came from. That's what I did. There were days where I couldn't afford both gas and groceries. So my kid and I would get on the bike and we would bike ourselves to the grocery store because there wasn't enough money for both gas and groceries. And no, the grocery store wasn't very far away, but that's the kind of like almost broke we were. We had all of our money for our essentials, but we had very little for extra. Okay. That's not the case today. I showed up, I helped, I supported, I share, I'm consistent. I've got lots and lots of clients. I actually turn away clients every single week because I don't have the schedule for it anymore. I have tons of stuff for you guys to consume. I have lots and lots and lots of free information out there, but I did that and I've been doing that for the last 5 years. So is this something that you are willing to get into and share about? I've shared my story from the beginning. When I overcame my first hurdle, hey, oh my gosh, I got to pay our car insurance. That was my very first goal in my business. I was like, I need to be able to pay our car insurance. And I needed to be able to pay it in 6-month increments. Now we just pay it for the whole year and be done with it. We don't have to think about it until next year. But my big goal was to pay my car insurance because it was like, I don't know, it was ridiculous. It was like $1,600 for 6 months. But I knew that my business was going to be able to do it, right? So I shared that hurdle. Oh my gosh, I went from not being able to afford both groceries and gas to being able to pay for our car insurance 6 months in advance. Yay! And that's a successful personal story that I was able to share with my own audience. Is that something that you're going to be able to do? Are you going to be able to get personal? I was coming out of a divorce before I met my husband and had our son. I was coming out of a bankruptcy. I went from bankruptcy to newly married to a new baby to a totally new town that I had no idea where I was, to being completely broke, like utterly broke, right? To multiple six figures. Was it an overnight success? No, moms, this is 5 years in the making, okay? But it is entirely possible. But you have to show up and you have to be real. Is that something that you can do? Ask yourself, is that something that you can do? And number 3, can you be optimistic? I won't lie, I am a pessimist by nature. I really, truly, truly am. Like, I will see the worst in all situations. It's just what I do. I don't know why. But when it comes to struggles for other people, when it comes to struggles for my business, when it comes to struggles for my kid, I am entirely optimistic. I'm like, you can do that. Absolutely. Here's what's going to happen. Da, 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 right? In my business, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to do this. Wait a second. Okay. Da, 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 right? I know exactly what's going to happen. I am entirely optimistic about my business. I know that by this time next year, we will be a 7-figure business. It'll be so exciting. And I know that it's going to happen. I am optimistic that it's going to happen. We have systems in place. We've got everything set and ready. It's going to make it happen. Okay. Can you be optimistic about what it is that you're doing? Do you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're going to pay your car insurance? Do you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are going to be able to pay your mortgage, take your kids on a trip, buy that handbag that you wanted, go and get your hair done, get your nails done? Can you be optimistic about that? Can you know that what you're going to do in your business is going to be life-changing for you? Those are the 3 things that I really think that you should consider. Something to know, some identifiers to whether or not you are going to succeed in your business. Are you willing to sacrifice? Can you be personal? And then, can you be optimistic? You don't have to be all there. We're moms. Work from lists. Work from lists, guys. Work from lists. Lots and lots of lists and lots of stickies. Lots of sticky notes. Makes the mompreneur world go round. Moms, if you are just starting out in your business and you are looking for a little help and you are looking to learn how to network properly, how to set up the foundations of your business so that you know that you're going to succeed, click the link below for the Business Builders Bundle. It's going to be epic. Right below. And you are going to learn all things to make it simple for your mompreneur journey. I promise, I break it down. I give you steps. I give you actions. I give you workbooks. Who doesn't love a good workbook? Raise your hand. Do you love a good workbook? I love a good workbook. I love it when my mentors give me workbooks. I'm just like, yes, I want to do them. Yes, please. They're like, do you want homework? Yes, please. I want to be able to know that I'm on track for things. So that's exactly what I do. And that's exactly how I help. If that's something that you're looking to do, you're looking to get into business and you're looking to really grow and scale and become something immensely life-changing for you and for your family and for your children, grab the Business Builders Bundle. I promise you're going to love it. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications for all of our new materials. New content comes out every Monday at 9. I will see you guys right back here next Monday. Bye.